Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Let's get into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Let's go. So the ladies are on their way to Canawan. It's a billionaire's playground. Bronwyn is the only one who did not fly with the girls because she said she would meet them in Canawan on the yacht. You know why? Because Todd is probably telling her you should not go. Now what I will say is I think I'm going to start watching Below Deck. They have met up with Captain Jason. Captain Jason met Heather with Whitney. They were on a trip. She called him and said that she wanted him to host her and the girls, and she wanted him to be the captain. So honey, here we are. Captain Jason is handsome. So the digs have already started, right? So everybody went through and met the crew. Angie went through again. And she was like, oh, look at her looking for attention. And then she was like, pick me. I like a yacht. And this is nice for Angie because all she's ever been on is an RV. Hold on. Angie said this is her first time being on a yacht. She's so excited. But when she sees Lisa, her energy goes down. But maybe if she stands next to Lisa, she can make her ankles look smaller. I love Angie K. Child, this yacht is everything. Do you understand me? They have 4 rooms. It's going to be 2 girls to a room. And Brittany finds out she's going to be rooming with Bronwyn. She is a little devastated. And all the rooms look great. They have great views, and the beds are big, and the girls are sharing the room. I absolutely love it. Heather really wants this trip to go well. She doesn't want to be embarrassed. So she's trying to give the girls a little talk, as I said earlier. But it's not going to work. Baby, this loosey-goosey right here, Brittany, is literally throwing herself at everyone. Like, it's more men than she's ever been around, I think, at one time. She was like, everything is right with the world. Men, muscles, and everything. And she wants a go at Captain Jason. And honey, she's not stopping. And even when she's talking to one man, she goes in another room and talks to another. So the ladies are like, well, what's going on with Jared? She was like, after her meeting with the reader, right, the psychic reader, she says she's decided to focus on her daughters. And she was going to take the 30-day break with Jared. But Jared came over and helped her pack for the trip. Now she's going to restart her 30 days on this trip. What is Jared over there putting down for her, right? And then Whitney says, if you want to get on here and talk to all these men, we don't want to hear anything about Jared or we're throwing water on you. Child, she said something about Jared and they splashed her with a picture of water. Like, she didn't think they were going to do it. And they did it twice. And I'm sure they did it more than that on this trip. Oh, P.S. She has a unicorn plush pet with Jared saying, I love you on it. Baby, they throwing that overboard. So Brahma shows up in her little yellow lifeguard outfit. And she is she's reluctant, right? She's having some reserve because she doesn't know what the ladies are talking about. She doesn't know what she's walking into. And also she has Todd in her head about why does she want to come on this trip with Lisa when Lisa just doesn't like her, right? So they're doing a little small talk. Then Heather said, let's go get in our swimsuits and let's come back to dinner. And Bronwyn finds out that she's going to be staying with Brittany, and Bronwyn was like, well, my name is Bronwyn and not Jared. So when they heard the word Jared, somebody doused Brittany with a pitcher of water again. So the ladies are getting unpacked. Well, not the ladies, but the crew is unpacking the ladies. And one of the girls found a cucumber in somebody's bag. I don't know whose room could that have been? Was that Whitney's cucumber? Anyway. So Bronwyn and Brittany are in the room talking, and Lisa and Meredith are in their room talking. Meredith is like, do you think that she's going to bring it up? Because we're not going to bring it up, per Heather. Then Bronwyn said, she told Brittany that she almost didn't come on the trip, and she said somebody in this group is planting information about her. She said, you think somebody's doing that? She said, yeah, they're doing that. And she said the story about all the identity theft and fraud, all the stories have changed over and over. And she said they're going to get down to the bottom of it. But Brittany, I will give Brittany this. She will get the party started because she has the questions. So she does say that these things happened 10 years ago: identity theft, grand theft, and fraud, and they're all sealed under a penal code. So she can't talk about it. But she did talk about that a long time ago when she was 19, she had an eviction. She left her place to go to California to have her baby. So Brittany is getting the tea, right? And she's saying that somebody in the group is doing it. I want to say Lisa, because that's who we all think did it, that brought it up. This trip is not starting out well for Angie K, right? Angie has thrown up throughout the trip. The yacht is moving. She's getting seasick. She does not have her sea legs. And she's missing out on the first day. Like, this is the first day, and she is in bed. So, child, as soon as everybody gets out here, Angie goes to the end of the boat because she's sick. The ladies are sitting down getting ready to eat. And Whitney says, so is everything okay? Like, Heather is literally in the middle of a cheers with her glass in the air, right? So Bronwyn is explaining everything about she left BYU. She went to California to have her baby. There are no charges. And she's just really trying to explain herself. And Lisa's real quiet. So Bronwyn is saying that, well, no, I'm sorry, my bad. Lisa said, well, how is all this stuff coming up? Bronwyn said, well, since I've been hanging with this particular group of women, there's a lot of things that have come up. Lisa was like, well, who would do that? Who in this group would do that, right? Whitney is like, well, how would anybody go dig up and spin the block and get this stuff out here? Bronwyn was like, yeah, how would somebody do that? Then Bronwyn says, I think it's weird how people dig up stuff on everybody, right? She never had to say anything. Then she said, I think it's weird how you dug up stuff on me. And then went into a whole entire rant how people have been talking about her. Bronwyn has been talking about her. Lisa, you look guilty. And then Lisa says, I think I upset you and somebody was retaliating. And Bronwyn was like, that's what I think. I think that I upset someone and this is retaliation because Lisa has been digging in this girl's past. Lisa did this. So then Heather's like, well, do you think Lisa said it? Because Mary said, you feel like the group did it. You know we didn't do it. Do you think Lisa did it? So then she was like, I would find that to be real crazy after we sat down and I thought everything was good. And then after that, things start coming out. Lisa's like, oh my God, people leak my stuff. People leak my stuff. Lisa needs to be quiet. And Heather feels like it was Lisa. And Heather is not here for Lisa and her antics. So now the girls have gotten off the boat because Lisa has been backed into a corner. Child, Heather is on Captain Jason's back. She's deep diving in the ocean. Brittany is sitting there looking a little jealous, like this is supposed to be my man, my man, my man. And then she was like, you were over there like flirting with him. Like, does he even know I'm here? Does he even see me? Am I invisible? She ready to give it up. After they come back from outside, honey, like Whitney is in here talking to Heather. And she's like, I think Lisa did it. Heather is like, yes, I think she did it too. And then they did a flashback of her asking about different people. She said it was me, you, like all the ladies, even Mary, right? Angie, that Lisa has put information out. They feel like Lisa has done that, right? So then they go get Meredith, I don't know. Like, Meredith don't want to talk about anything. Everybody looking at her side eye because you know she does stuff like this. So they're sitting at dinner and Brittany says that she can do without Mary's commentary. And Heather says, the thing about us is we talk crazy to each other's face, not behind our backs. And then Bronwyn's like, well, you had something to say about these ladies behind their backs. So she done fronted her out for talking about Lisa trying to be a big sister to her or big sister her and Meredith. So now she's trying to explain that. Then Whitney chimes in and says, since we own this stuff, then there's people here that needs to own, in that little conversation we had on the bed earlier. Meredith said, yes, I think you should do that. Heather is pissed because she's like, I needed Heather to have this conversation with me so I could go up against Lisa and she would have my back. But Meredith does not want to mess up what her and Lisa has. Then I was finally really proud of Heather. She told Lisa that she feels like Lisa is the source of all of this information getting out. And then, of course, she's crying. She told Meredith, you better have had my back, right? Because they feel like she knows everything. Child, Lisa said that they're lucky that she talks to them. Then Heather told Lisa to get out the boat and then wimped out.